everyone, today I've come on to change my Sadie. Sadie is the newest doll in my collection, and what I'm going to do is change her body. She's currently on a all vinyl body. There's nothing wrong with all vinyl bodies if you like them, but I don't like all vinyl bodies for my reborns. I wanted to have a soft body so that she's squishy and soft and more poseable. She's not at all poseable with this body on. So I found a body to fit her, and I'm going to replace the vinyl body. Now the reason you can't normally do that with these dolls is because the head, normally when you change a body on a doll, the head goes into the neck, whereas on this particular doll the neck goes into the head. I'll show you what I mean. So you can't just pop her neck into the head, into the neck space in the body. See, here's the neck space. You would pop the head in there, you would tighten that up, and Bob's your uncle. But you can't do that because her neck doesn't go into her body. Her body goes into her head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, yeah, little poppy, it won't hurt. She's had plenty of anaesthetic, she won't feel a thing. So I'm going to cut her across here from shoulder to shoulder, and then from the back from shoulder to shoulder, and then she will I'll be able to put this part inside the cloth body. So we need to take her arms off, which usually is a bit of a job to do, she says, and they come off very easily. They don't always come off very easily. And we need to take her legs off, and you can see that her arms and legs have got the rim that I can tie around to hold her in place. That's what you need when I haven't got that on the head. So I'm not even going to take her head off, I don't need to do that, but I'm going to cut from one shoulder to the other, just like this. You can do it with a sharp knife, you can do it with your scissors, whatever's easiest for you. I think last time we did it with a Stanley knife, but you know, it will cut with scissors. So I've got some polyfill. I'm going to put some of this in her head to just give her, she hasn't got anything in her head at all, or in her limbs. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, it doesn't matter if they've got, you know, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop some polyfill in her. This is lovely stuff, I get it from Amazon. So, right, I think that's enough in there. I've said that, look, and her head does go into her body. I mean to cut her body off at all. Anyway, we'll pretend it doesn't. Yeah. So I've put some stuff in her head. I don't know if I'm going to put any in her arms and legs. Maybe I'll put just a little bit in her arms and legs. I don't want to overstuff them, but I will put a little bit in there. Right, the next thing we need to do is fill the body, and you see these arms need stuffing. You need to stuff them a bit at the top. And these are tie-on ones, it's a tie-on body, not a, I don't know whether to tie it on or to put a, that's the wrong side. Yeah, I think we'll get on alright with tying it on. That's going to look right, is it? No, that bit's no good there, is it? It needs to go into here, and I can't get it to, yeah, that body's not going to work for you, Saskia. Okay, So Sadie's now ready to be put back together, and I need to stuff and weight her body. You can see that I was going to reroot her hair, but you know, I hate rerooting. With this shoulder problem I have, I find it so painful, and even without it I find it so tedious. And I thought, oh, I'll brush her hair forward. So I have done that. I've brushed her hair forward, wet it a little bit with some conditioner, and I cut her a fringe in, and it actually looks so much better like that, doesn't it? Yeah, looks much better. So there she is. And now I'm going to, the new body came, and you know, they sent me 3 zip ties. What good is 3 zip ties for 5 holes? It's a good job I've already got some, isn't it? So I'm going to put her arms and legs on, weight her body, and then put her head on. So the zip ties, put your zip tie through first. It literally just pokes through. You poke it in here like this, and it'll go all the way round like that. Put your leg into the hole. Make sure it's in the right hole. Make sure you've got your zip tie in the right way around, which I've got mine in the wrong way around. Oh dear, sometimes. And then the zip tie should fit into that ridge between the top of the leg and the bit that goes inside the body. And then you close your zip tie. Tight but not too tight. You want it tight enough so that it doesn't come off, but not so tight that you can't, you know, move her leg a little bit. So I can still move her leg a little bit if I want to. So that's that. And then I'm going to see if I can feed the spare part of the zip tie round. Sometimes you can do that. I find that's the best way. Then you haven't got any sharp edges. Yeah, that's worked fine. So same with the other side. But this is what you do if you've got a doll with a vinyl body and the neck goes up inside of the head, because otherwise you've got nothing to put the body onto. I can put my, I wonder if I can get that off if I heated it up. Yeah, this is what you do. I showed earlier, you cut across the chest and the top of the back and leave enough on so that it will go inside the body like this, and you've then got something to, you know, to attach your body to. As I say, as it turned out, I didn't need to do that, because this bit would actually, I realised when I've got, when I've cut this, I cannot get that off though, you know, that the neck went down into the body and not, oh, it has come off, brilliant, yeah. I realised that the neck went down into the body and not the other way around. But anyway, yeah, we'll do that. So her legs are on, now let's put her arms on. Make sure you put them on the right side. Right, so that's her body done. So now we need to weight it and stuff it. So I'm going to put some weight in her bottom, just here. And to do that, I'm going to use these socks, because I've run out of, I usually use pop socks, but I've run out of pop socks. Now let me get my, this is my inserting beads tool, and this is what I do. I do it like this. Then you can tip in as many as you want without messing about, so that's what I'm going to do. I always buy these ones. I get them from eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. Yeah, polyplastic pellets. So I'm just going to cut the corner off the bag like this, and then tip it into here. Thankfully we haven't spilt many. If you do spill them, pick them up. You don't want your pets to get hold of them. It's just not nice, is it, having plastic pellets everywhere. So Yeah, I'm very careful with them. I've got them on this cloth, and I will, you know, be careful to make sure I've got them all gathered up. So that's that. This is for the bottom. So then, and these actually socks are probably better than pop socks because the holes, the mesh is more dense. So now I'm going to tie a knot in here like this to stop anything coming out. I actually tie 2 knots, I'll tell you why. Because if I tie 2 knots, that leaves me another pocket to put the body weight in. So, and I want it to go, I want to have about half and half, so I'm going to just give it a little twist in the middle there. Pop it inside the body, like this. This is just how I do it. I'm not saying this is how it should be done or this is what everyone should do. I'm just showing you how I do it, and I'm no expert, not by any stretch of the imagination. So there we are, look, she's got a little bottom. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make her body weight, stuff her body, and then let's make her body weight. So again, over this is just the inside of a parcel tape roll. It was a reel of parcel tape. I'd used all the tape. That opens it up wide enough so that you can get it in there without spilling it everywhere. You can actually stand it there and do it. I do want quite a bit in here. So if it were a bigger bag, I'd actually put this inside the bag, put the sock and the holder inside the bag. But I got it sent in 2 small bags this time, so there we are. No spillage, so let's... I have actually stitched these closed before as well. I've made like little bean bags out of them. And get some more in there. I think I could, you know. Yeah, I could. It doesn't feel very heavy. Oh, I don't know. No, right. So that's that done. Let's tie a knot in the top of there. This kind of knot works best. But do whatever's best for you. You could, like I say, you could just stitch across there. I've done that before. Stitch on your sewing machine, stitch by hand. Just make sure that the beads aren't coming out. This is just how I do it. It's not how you've got to do it. Right, so then I'm going to put some stuffing in. Let's just put this away carefully. And this as well, this is polyfill. Sure it's called polyfill. It's really soft and it's not like the cloud one, but it is really soft and I find it's fine. And so that's going to go, stuff that in there. You can see her bottom has come out really well, hasn't it? She's got a very cute little bum. Yeah, that body is too big, but it's going to do for now. It's going to do for now, little girl. So the final thing to do is put her head on. And use that. And as I say, if you'd cut this out on your doll because the neck went up into the head, you would pop that in there like that with the head on, and you would zip tie it round like that. But because mine has got, when I took her to bits, I found that she has actually, the neck does go down into the body. I can zip tie around her neck. I do think this body is probably too big, but for now it'll do. I can always give her a smaller body. I can always order her a smaller body and just redo the body at another time if I decide she's too big. Can't I? Let's have a look. You don't want it too tight because you want her head still to move, but tight enough so that it doesn't come off. The way to test, I find, is to lift her up by her head. Yeah, that should be okay, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can you still move your head? Yeah, you can, can't you? And you can lift you up by your head and your head's not coming off. Here she is. Yeah, here's the body that she had. It's actually, it is quite a bit longer. It's, well, maybe, yeah. Let's, and you can turn this into a belly plate, and to do that, you cut down where the spine is. You can't actually see what I'm doing. Cut down where the spine is to the top of the bottom. And then if you still want to have her girly parts, you would just cut from here round to the spine like so. I don't know why I'm doing it with scissors. I would usually do it with a Stanley knife, but it is actually working with the scissors. So to keep her girly parts intact, I'm doing it like that. And then I can cut it off further down here like that, and then you've still got a belly plate that's got a, you know, if you wanted to use it for photos. I do think this body's going to be too small for the cloth body she's got on. Her little chest is in the wrong place. There we are, so that's where her arms would have gone before. So it's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. You can get away with that, and you could use that as a belly plate if you wanted to. Let's get her dressed. I have got her some clothes here. Whether they're going to fit her or not, I don't know, because like I say, she's a lot bigger than she was when we started. I am going to have to get her a smaller body, aren't I? I think I got her a body for a 22 inch. What possessed me, I don't know, because she really only needs like probably an 18 inch. Oh, that does fit her, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe she's not as big as I think she is. Let's have a look at you. We'll see what you look like when you're dressed. I'm so pleased with that hair though. That's come out so well, hasn't it? She's got such a beautiful eyes and such a beautiful face. It was such a shame that, because she's got big bald patches, but now that I've brushed it forward and given her a fringe, you can't see those big bald patches. Then she's got this little t-shirt to put on. Yeah, like I say, I think I'm going to order her a smaller body and just put her on a smaller body. I don't know though. I'm going to see how I get on with it for a few weeks, and if I decide that it's too big and I don't like it, then I'll get a smaller one and change her. That's probably the best thing to do, is try her out, isn't it? And then decide. Yeah. These clothes fit her beautifully, don't they? And they are, 3 to 6 months. Wow, that is a big body. What size is this then? I thought it was actually a smaller little thing. I think it's from Nutmeg. It's a little Peter Rabbit romper with a bib and braces on it, we call it, bib and brace. Do you know, it fits her so nicely. Those clothes really do fit her perfectly, don't they? So that body is perfect for a 3 to 6 month old baby. Maybe we'll make her older then and she'll be 3 to 6 months instead of a newborn. You couldn't get that to fit any better, could you? It really does fit her beautifully. I'm not going to bother putting the hat on her, but she does have some socks and shoes to go on. Some little frilly socks. Love the frilly socks. And then she's got these little mouse bunny shoes. Yeah, it's like a mermaid, but it's a mouse bunny. Rosie and I laugh every time we get these out. We love them, but the front of it is a mouse, but that tail is definitely a bunny tail, isn't it? And then I'll pull that down a bit. And she's all done, aren't you? And she can sit up. And you sit up, you're a bit young to be sitting up, aren't you, at 3 to 6 months, but I can hold you up like that. Oh, she looks lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna see how I get on with her, and if I decide I want her a bit smaller, I'll just buy her a smaller body. So yes, that is my little Sadie, all rebodied. She's got a new hairstyle and she's looking gorgeous. She was £15 from Vinted, so I got an absolute bargain. I hope you enjoyed that and that it was useful to someone. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.